Hello, it's Christmas Eve, and so I thought I would talk about a maybe seasonally inappropriate topic, but not for everyone, maybe, because I think Christmas can be stressful for a lot of people and, oh, shut up, and can cause people to have conflict within relationships. So, I'm going to talk about cutting people out of your life. So, I see a lot of it comes between either memes or honest long paragraphs on Tumblr and things of cutting people out of your life. But I want to sort of express my thoughts on it based on my own experiences with relationships, and so that's what this video is going to be. So I think that in general, I think you should always try to salvage relationships of any kind. Unless it's very, very toxic and abusive, in which case you should just get out. But if things could definitely be better, or you're not sure where you stand with the person, I think you should try to talk to them, and to sort of solve everything, see if you can still keep the relationship alive. But sometimes it just doesn't work, and sometimes they won't even talk with you, which I have experienced in 2 cases now, both this year, and it really sucks. But in that case, I think you do need to cut people out of your life. So unfortunately, it's hard to cut people out of your life, and not just in the seeing everyone and talking to them way. Like, I'm generally quite okay with ignoring people in real life. The thing is, when I'm alone, I tend to go on a bit of a Tumblr stalking thing. If they have a Tumblr account, I'll check their page every day to see what they're doing. I'm like, are they posting about me? Are they talking about what happened? Are they mad? And as well as that, I like to do quite vague posts on Facebook, like, even from halfway a world away, you managed to ruin my day. And then I get like 3 likes and a friend saying, do you want to private message about this? So yeah, I think it can be really difficult to just cut people out of your life completely. But sometimes you have to. I don't know, I'm not good at advice, but I do think that sometimes it is essential to cut people out of your life if they're just not cooperating with trying to fix anything. If they're just not doing anything to make you feel good about yourself, then what's the point in staying around someone who's just a reflection of your inner thoughts? And basically, you want to be around people who, if you said what you think about yourself, they would, like, negative things that you think about yourself, they would take that and they would look at the good things about you and tell you about the good things rather than reflect on the negatives. And I think that's a good way to tell if someone is a negative or positive influence on you, whether they always focus on your negative traits, like, oh, you are really late today, you're always really late for everything, or you can be kind of annoying when you do that, and just talking about that kind of stuff, rather than friends who will be like, I really love how you're really kind and you always talk about things and you always have a really open mind and that kind of thing. I think that ultimately you should try to patch things up, but if it's just not happening, it's just not happening. So let's make 2017 the year we just try to learn from 2016, I guess. It's not going to be that easy for everyone. In America, it's not going to be that easy for everyone at all. It's already not that easy for everyone over there. In other places where there are worse situations, even where there are like full-on wars and famine, it's not easy there either. But for those of us who can try, I think we should try to make 2017 more positive and unlike 2016 where we just sort of took everything that happened and just made it into a joke, basically. I think we should try to take what happens in 2017 and learn from it and grow a bit. I know there's a whole thing about 2017 being the year of forgetting, but I don't think we should forget the things that happened this year. I think we should remember the things that happened and acknowledge that they were terrible. Some of them were really bad, and just grow from that and try to be better people than we were the year before. I'm sorry if this got all like philosophical. I didn't mean for it to, but that's just my stance on attitude and relationships and how to handle them. So, happy Christmas Eve. If you don't celebrate, then just happy holidays. And I hope you do have a good holidays and we don't have anything like really horrible happen like tomorrow that could ruin everything or anything like that. I don't know. You can't really get worse than Donald Trump as president, but let's just hope.